What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are still talking trade season, and today we're going to be taking a trade from Bleacher Report and doing a video on it in 2K. So most of us know that Bleacher Report trades can be kind of bad. This one isn't like the worst in the world, but it isn't great either. We're going to go ahead and talk about it, but basically this has Dejounte Murray heading to the Los Angeles Lakers, which I've had someone comment comment something about that in the last two videos. So today we're going to be doing a Dejounte Murray Los Angeles Lakers rebuild, where this trade comes from Bleacher Report. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. If you are new around here and you don't know who I am, hello, my name is Crushables. Obviously, I'm a rebuilder here on 2K, here on YouTube. Basically, the way I like to do rebuilds is I try to do them as realistic as I possibly can, especially the more we get around trade season, the more I'm going to be doing like rumored trades and stuff like that. So if you want to stick around and subscribe, obviously our goal is to reach 50,000 subs. Before this year is over, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. We've done a rebuild on the OG Anunoby trade and obviously on the Raptors side of things as well with RJ and Emmanuel quickly. But here's the trade from Bleacher Report. I did have to add one player in here to make the salaries match basically, but bear with me here. So let's just go over. So basically, the Toronto Raptors, of course, are moving Pascal Siakam, Schroeder, and Garrett Temple. So they're moving them. They're going to give the keys to Emmanuel quickly the point guard spot, then move on from Siakam. They're going to be netting D'Angelo Russell, which we'll talk about that one in a second. They get 2 first-round picks, basically. Bleacher Report has them, has the Hawks and the Lakers trading 2 2029, or not 2, but 1 each. 2029, like top 10 protected pick. Unfortunately, you can't reach out to 2029 in 2K at the moment. But yeah, I just have 2 first-round, or 2028 from each team. And then obviously, Max Christie is heading to Atlanta. There's a lot to follow here. So let's just start with the Raptors side of things, getting 2 first-round picks for Pascal Siakam. Now, the one thing I don't love for the Raptors, to be honest with you, is D'Angelo Russell. Not really sure how much the Raptors really would value D'Angelo Russell, but I guess if he's just like the salary throw-in, then maybe the Raptors don't care. I don't know. If this was like Austin Reeves, that might be something Toronto considers, but that also might be too rich for the Los Angeles Lakers. We're going to keep it the way it is, but definitely let me know, you guys, what you guys think about this trade. And of course, the Hawks move on from the Dejounte Murray Trae Young pairing. They bring in Siakam. So yeah, I guess the Hawks get the guy they've wanted all along. Let's see if these teams are even going to say yes to this. Obviously, they're probably going to say no. This trade offer has been declined. And then actually, so only one team declined the trade. So Hawks and Raptors, we have agreed to a trade. That is a done deal. Now, Dejounte Murray is on the Los Angeles Lakers. So that's the video we're doing. Obviously, we've been talking about Siakam. Did a Siakam, obviously, our Siakam 76ers rebuild yesterday. So here we are talking about the Lakers with Dejounte Murray. So now you have Austin Reeves, Dejounte Murray, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, Anthony Davis, Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Wood, Cameron Reddish, and Jackson Hayes. And then Patty Mills also was the one guy I had to throw in the trade. He wasn't actually part of the original trade from Bleacher Report. But we don't really have someone listed as small forward at the moment, which is kind of interesting. But I guess what we can do is we can move LeBron to small forward. I will go ahead and do that. He'll stay the same at small forward, and then we'll have something along the lines of that. So it'll be Reeves, Dejounte, LeBron, Vanderbilt, Anthony Davis, Rui Hachimura, Christian Wood, Cameron Reddish, and then Jackson Hayes and Patty Mills as a rotation for the rest of the season. Does Dejounte Murray change the Lakers season a little bit? Right now, they're exactly at 500. Do Lakers fans even want Dejounte Murray? Comment down below. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I will see you guys at the end of year 1 after we just did that trade. Let's see how year 1 goes with Dejounte Murray paired with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. Today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. Not only do they have basketball, they have all kinds of sports with NFL. They got like esports on here. There's a lot of sports to choose from on PrizePicks. So basically how it works is choose between 2 to 6 players. 2 players being 3 times your money, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your money. So it's simple as this. If you want to go over to 3-pointers made and you think Tobias Harris is going to hit over 1.5 threes, click more on the projection. If you want to go to points, rebounds, assists, and you think Patrick Williams is going to go over his projection, simply click more on the projection. That's how it works. It just makes the games you love watching a lot more fun, in my opinion. I've been using PrizePicks since 2021. If you want to sign up for PrizePicks, use code Crushables. Link is down in the description below. The match first deposit, dollar for dollar, up to $100. And the way I like to use PrizePicks is using DGF's optimizer and correlation tool. This thing has been a game changer. So right now, there's really no correlation slips, so I can't really show you guys that too much. So, but as far as the optimizer tool is concerned, basically how it works is just compares discrepancies across multiple sports books, and it gives you the value. So right now, Stephen Curry listed at 5 on PrizePicks, but every single sports book, almost every single one anyway, is listing at 4.5. So you're basically getting a discount on PrizePicks by clicking the under here. For example, actually, an entry I put in today. If we go ahead and look at Jason Tatum's assists right now, I got it at 4.5. And this doesn't mean this is going to work out for me. But if we go look at Tatum's assists at the moment, this is what I get. It's now listed. Where is it? It's now listed at 4. Same thing with John Morant, for example. Let's go to John Morant. I got him over points, rebound, and assists at 40.5. If you go take a look at what he is now, this is basically what this app is giving you the advantage of. It's now listed at 41.5. So I got a discount on it, basically. Price Picks is justice lines when other sports books disagree with them. That's why the optimizer tool can come in clutch. If you want to sign up for the optimizer or Price Picks, both links are down in the description below. Use code Crushables on Price Picks, and then DGF. I have their YouTube channel down in the description below if you want to check them out and learn more about this. At the end of year, Luka Doncic wins MVP. Wemby is your Rookie of the Year. Russell Westbrook is your 6th man. Wemby is Defensive Player, and Kobe Bryant Most Improved, and Luka is your Clutch Player of the Year. NBA first team. Do we get LeBron James? We do. And do we get Anthony Davis? Yes, we do. So both LeBron and AD making it, which is great. We ended up as the first seed. So after we got Dejounte Murray, it looks like we went on a little bit of a run here. We finished at 54-28. So that's phenomenal. If we take a look at the player stats in the season, you had 26 from LeBron, 22 from Anthony Davis, and then 18 from Dejounte Murray, 15 from Reeves, and then 12 from Rui Hachimura, 8 from Christian Wood, and 6 from Gabe Vincent, who rejoined the rotation. So in round 1, we get the Pelicans. Let's go ahead and see if we can knock off Anthony Davis's former team. Does Brandon Ingram look for some revenge here? Of course. Let's see what happens. Similarly, current round against New Orleans, and so far we're losing in 7. So we lose to the 8th seed, which is the Pelicans. That's fantastic. You guys know my luck here. If you've been watching my videos, that happens quite often to me. So Nuggets and Cavaliers, you're going to have the Cavaliers go on to be the Nuggets in 7 games. Retirements, no LeBron, which is great. So we get him for at least 2 more years. Obviously, we're going to have to re-sign him, but we're going to look to keep him. So Hornets get number 1, Pistons 2, and then Raptors number 3. So the Raptors have a full reset over there. Staff signing, I'm going to leave Darvin Ham, but honestly, I think losing to the 8th seed after being the 1st seed could be on the grounds of someone being fired. I'm not going to lie, but he has good ratings in 2K, so I'll just leave him. So we're going to go ahead and sign a full coaching staff. And then on draft night, I don't know if we have a pick or not. If we do, it's probably very late in the draft, but we do not at all. So no picks at all in this draft, so let's just go straight past the draft. I'm not looking to, trade into the draft here. So LeBron James, Christian Wood, Reddish, and Jackson Hayes all declining. Obviously, at this point, we want to sign LeBron. We want to re-sign him. There's no reason not to. So let's just go ahead and take care of that. Especially if he's going to be able to play for at least 2 more seasons, which I think we can get him for. I think that's what we need to go for. So right now we are his number 1 offer, and he is going to resign. So he's going to stay in LA, which is great. So we can try to open up our championship window a couple more years. We have the ability to sign another decent player as well. All right, let's take a look at what our rotations looking like. So right now we have Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves. We have Dejounte Murray at the 2. We have LeBron James, of course. We have Vanderbilt, Hachimura. We have Anthony Davis. Right now, I definitely want to make an upgrade. I feel like Jalen Hood-Schifino, I probably should have sent him to the G League, but I forgot to. I feel like Jalen Hood-Schifino could play the backup point guard next year for us. So I honestly want to use Gabe Vincent's contract to go get a different bench player, I think. That's kind of where I'm at. So we could also sign a decent player in free agency, potentially. So we'll probably look like Luke Kennard, for example. Actually, we can get him on the minimum. He could play some minutes next year. And then backup point guard will be fine. Get like Alec Burks, Prince back, Davis, or, Jay Crowder if you wanted to sign here, Osman. And then there actually is some decent backup 5 options like Mo Bamba. He did play here, though, and he barely got minutes. I'm not really sure if it makes sense bringing him back. Larry Nance used to play in LA, of course, but I feel like he might regress. Jay Crowder, Haywood Highsmith. Honestly, I think I'm going to sign Haywood Highsmith as our backup. Well, we don't need a backup 4, actually. We have Rui and Vanderbilt. So we're really needing a small 4 more than anything. So I guess at this point, maybe I get Simone Fontecchio, a really good shooter in Utah. Why not? I don't think I've ever signed him anyway, so let's just go ahead and sign him. Simone Fontecchio, welcome to the team. And then, like I said, the next move I plan on doing is using Gabe Vincent's contract to go get probably a better backup 5, because right now we don't have that. So let's go see who that can be. I have an idea in my head on who I want to go get, but we'll see if I find someone else. So the backup 5 we're going to be targeting here is on the San Antonio Spurs, and that is Victor Wembanyama. So we're going to offer, I'm just kidding, we're not doing this, but we're going to go try to get Daniel Gafford on the Wizards. He's honestly one of my favorite backup 5s to go get. And I don't think he would cost like a crazy amount to get. If we can't get him, I also was looking at like Kelly Olynyk, but let's see if the Wizards are willing to accept just like a bunch of seconds. If you remember, a long time ago, the Lakers got rid of Hachimura for, I think, like a 1 second, if I remember correctly. Maybe it was 2. I can't remember. But we're going to try to pull this off. I'm going to be one to throw Maxwell Lewis in here as well. Not that that's like a crazy game changer, but let's say we threw Gabe Vincent 2 seconds and Maxwell Lewis at the Wizards. They accept. We get Daniel Gafford. So Daniel Gafford, welcome to the Lakers. We get a really good backup 5, and now we have ourselves a decent bench. It's not the best, but it's not the worst in the world. I'm hoping Hood-Schifino can take a massive jump. Obviously, that's kind of what we're banking on. Let's go to player progression. Actually, I might sign one player in free agency. So we can get Cameron Payne. I guess we can go ahead and sign him to a minimum. So just now noticed that as I was recording, my software just completely stopped recording. Had no idea why, but thankfully I noticed now. And thankfully also the footage saved because I could have potentially lost it all. But that's besides the point. Last thing you guys saw is I signed Cameron Payne in free agency. So just to recap, didn't notice till now that it stopped recording, so my apologies. But basically, we signed Cameron Payne. We also signed Winnie Gabriel and Joe Harris. It's not too important, but I'll still show it off just in case. And then this is the rotation we rocked with for the whole entire season number 2. It was Reeves, Murray, LeBron, Vanderbilt, Anthony Davis, Rui Hachimura, Daniel Gafford, Simone, and Luke Kennard. That's the rotation we rocked with for the whole season number 2. And at this point, we're 50-18 on the season. So basically, I was talking about, do I stop at the deadline to make another upgrade, or do I just, let it rock and just ride with this team? And I decided against making a trade because this team was doing really good as we were simulating. So right now we're fighting for the first seed in the Western Conference, just like how we were the first seed last year. But I'm definitely going to be paying attention to this software because I didn't even notice that it stopped recording just a little bit ago. So better not do that again. I've never seen it do that, but I guess that's besides the point. It doesn't matter. But let's see if we finish with a 60-win record, and we are going to win 60 games. So Nikola Jokic, MVP. Daymar, Rookie of the Year. Duran is your 6th man. Wemby, Defensive Player, and Evan Mobley, Most Improved. And Clutch Player goes to Luka Doncic. And Darvin Ham, as you guys can see, wins Coach of the Year, which is fantastic. Here's your All-NBA first team. We do get LeBron James making All-NBA first team. Even at 40 years old, the man is still balling. Shout out to LeBron. Do we get Anthony Davis as well? Unfortunately, I don't think we do. We don't. So all in the all-defensive first team, and no Anthony Davis here either. So very unfortunate, but it's all good. And we didn't have a rookie playing for us, of course. But we are the first seed in the West again. We know that's what we were last year, and we saw what happened. So take a look at the end of the season stats, though. You had 28 from LeBron, 20.5 for Dejounte Murray, 19 and 10 from Anthony Davis. So Dejounte Murray actually had more points than Anthony Davis. Interesting. 15 from Reeves, 12 from Rui Hachimura, and then 8 from Vanderbilt. So let's see who we get in round 1. It is going to be the Timberwolves. So can we beat Russell? Russell went back to Minnesota. I personally don't ever see that happening, but okay. D'Lo, Edwards, McDaniels, Cat, Gobert. So it's basically the same team they once had, which is kind of funny. But I think we should be able to beat them. Let's see what happens. Somebody current round, and we are going to... Oh my goodness, we're going to do another game 7. But we beat them, and now we get the team that actually beat us last year. So they have Jeremiah Robinson Earl as their center now. So no longer is it Joe Vauch. That should be to our advantage. I think Anthony Davis should absolutely be able to eat down low. I just can't picture Robinson Earl being able to guard him. So AD, if you don't average at least like 40 points per game in this series, I don't know what you're doing. Someone in current round against New Orleans, and we are going to be up 3-1. Do we finish them off in 5? We do. Okay, AD, how'd you do in that series? Because like I said, you had such a good matchup. Only 14 in game 5. He had 28 in game 1. Okay. 22 in game 2. And then he had only 16 in game 3. All right. But in game 4, he had 14. All right. Well, we still made his conference finals. That's what matters at the end of the day. And now I get the team that obviously pretty tough to beat at times, and that is the Thunder. And they were able to draft Alexander Sarr with Chet Holmgren and Shea. So that's pretty terrifying. Game 1, 1-0 goes to them. I have a feeling we're not going to be able to beat the Thunder here, but we'll give it our best shot. Game 2, we are going down 2-0. Game 3, 3-0, and the Thunder just have our number. I mean, they have Sarr and Chet. They have Shea. Like, 2K loves their young rosters. We know that, and we are not young. We're definitely not. Thunder go on to win the championship as well. So we lost the team that went on to win the championship. So LeBron James is going to retire. We have one more year, essentially. We have one more season here, essentially, to make something happen. So if we're going to try to get better than the Warriors, then we got to make another all-in move. And I believe now that we've simulated a couple years, we have more picks freed up. If we're going to try to go for it again with LeBron James here, we got to go for it. So I guess the one position I can see myself upgrading is probably either the shooting guard spot, which I think Reeves is fine, don't get me wrong. Oh, can we get Joe Mazzulla to be our assistant? I highly doubt it, but that'd be funny. Okay, welcome to the team, Joe Mazzulla. Okay, so that's a good start. But I was going to say, we need to either upgrade one of our guard spots or the power forward spot easily. So let's go to draft night, and we'll see if we can find a way to just make one last all-in move here, one last attempt to go win a championship with LeBron James and have him, retire in style. So we'll see where that could potentially come from. Do we have enough assets? That's all going to be very interesting to see. Well, let's take a look at who we could potentially get. All right, so I have a couple guys in mind here that I want to try to get if possible. So the first option I was looking at was not Jeremy Grant per se, but Kyle Kuzma. Bringing Kuzma back to the Lakers wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. He could definitely plug into that power forward spot. Probably wouldn't be too tough to get either. They are rebuilding. They're terrible. I think they'd be willing to sell Kyle Kuzma, obviously. Another interesting one to look at is actually on the Clippers. Either getting Kawhi or Paul George on this team would be very interesting. And it looks like the Clippers want to move off Paul George. He just signed a 3-year deal. We could have Paul George with Anthony Davis and LeBron James for one last final ride. Kawhi has a no trade clause. So I don't even know if we could match Paul George's salary. We might be able to. We're going to have to definitely include Rui and Vanderbilt, which kind of sucks. But after that, I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I can't get to Austin Reeves as well. I think that, well, if I have another contract I can trade here, not really. I think I only have Simone. I guess if I waited until after the draft, I could potentially get to Paul George's contract. But, as cool as Paul George would be, I honestly think we might just be better off getting Kyle Kuzma. I don't know. Just kind of a feeling I have. I don't think he would regress as much. He just averaged 18 points per game. So, of course, won a championship in LA as well. So we're going to try to bring him back. For a second time in this video, we're going to go talk to the Wizards. And now it would be full circle if we sent Rui Hachimura back to the Wizards. Can I do this without Rui Hachimura being in the trade? We need $7 more million. I think, honestly, we might have to wait till after the draft regardless to do one of these trades. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and draft somebody. Gives us another player to trade anyway. But we're going to need another salary in here. That might have to be Hood Schifino. So I'll take Cam Scott at this point. I don't really care. Texas guard, welcome. We're going to sign him. And we also got Michael. Maybe he is a guy we can throw in as well. Hood Schifino, as much as I like you, I need you in some trades. So let's go talk to the Clippers again. Okay, so I want to talk to the Clippers. I think to get to Paul George's contract, which is a 3-year deal, I would have to include both Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura. But it looks like in order to get Kuzma, I only have to include one of them, which, may not be the worst idea in the world. So if I threw Hood Schifino in and Simone, that could get me Paul George. This would be an interesting package to send. Do I want to do it is the question, though. I'm going to try to actually not trade Simone. I want to keep him as a bench piece. Trade Cam Scott instead. Do I want to pull the trigger on this is the question. If we get Paul George on the team, that moves LeBron to the 4. It's not the worst idea in the world. We are taking on a 3-year contract. At this point, he'd be 38 by the time that contract's over. Or do I want to settle on Kyle Kuzma? I honestly think Kuzma is just the better option at this point. We're going to try to just do Vanderbilt, Hood Schifino, and Cam Scott to get Kuzma. And I mean, they get 2 good young players. And, I could understand if the Wizards wanted another first-round pick. But to me, I just feel like this is a better fit. I don't know. And plus, the contract's not as long. He's not as old either. I think this makes a lot more sense. So let's send it to the Wizards, and we get Kyle Kuzma. So we make the massive upgrade. We don't send them Rui Hachimura again either. He goes, it's going to be Vanderbilt instead. So Gafford, Kuzma, Rui Hachimura, and then we'll sign whoever we can in free agency with our mid-level if we have one. So free agency, we got TJ McConnell, we have Jordan Hawkins, we have Warren, we have Osman, and we have Drew Eubanks. So Jordan Hawkins sitting here, honestly, it's kind of a no-brainer to me. Although he shouldn't be here whatsoever. Landry Shamet is a shooter as well. I'm signing Jordan Hawkins. I don't know why that would be an option, but if we can get Hawkins, we obviously got to do it. And if we can sign Landry Shamet as well, I don't know if it's going to let me, though. Yeah, it didn't. So Hawkins, that's a great get. Ty Jerome, Chris Dunn. We can sign like a Chris Dunn who's been pretty solid in Utah, and we can call it a free agency. So that will be all she wrote. We are still recording, which is good because I've been talking for a long time. That would have been unfortunate if we weren't recording anymore. But this is going to be our final season pretty much. So we've done all that we can, I feel like, to go all in on LeBron, Anthony Davis won last year, Dejounte Murray, Kuzma, Austin Reeves. I feel pretty solid about this, and I have a feeling this is capable of working. I think it is. So let's see if we can go win a championship in the season finale here. That would be absolutely awesome. So Power's going to land us at 8th overall, and here's your proficiency. It is 4.5, and then this is what it's going to look like. Austin Reeves, Murray, LeBron, Kuzma, AD, Rui Hachimura, Gafford, Jordan Hawkins, and Simone. Honestly, really solid. I feel good about this. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. Hopefully, this is the year we can go win a championship and let LeBron James retire on a ring. So final season here as Luka Doncic wins MVP. Harper is your Rookie of the Year. Alex R. Sixth Man, Wemby Defensive Player, and Donovan Clingan Most Improved, and Anthony Edwards Clutch Player of the Year, and Mark is your Coach of the Year. So here's your NBA first team. You have Trae Young, Giannis, Embiid, Jokic, and Doncic. NBA second team, LeBron James once again making it. I thought that was Anthony Davis, but that was Anthony Edwards, and the all defensive first team and all defensive second team. So this year we only finished up as the third seed in the West. Pretty disappointing, but at the end of the day, as long as we go on a run, that's truly what matters, and hopefully that will be the case. I'm going to go ahead and just go all in on this 8-man rotation, though. So we're going to go ahead and shrink this down. So 8-man rotation, play our best players, as many minutes as possible. We draw Sacramento in round 1. We have Derek Jones Jr., Keegan Murray, De'Aaron Fox is still there. I got Ben Simmons now as well in Sacramento. I'm hoping we can beat them. Let's see what happens. So I'm in the current round, and we are going to go to a game 7. Okay. Do the Kings dethrone the King is the question. Game 7 in LA. We hopefully are going to take care of business here. I mean, we're struggling against the Kings of all teams in 2K, which, by the way, the Kings are a good team in real life, but in 2K, they're never that good. If we're struggling against the Kings to beat them, I don't have a good feeling about us winning the championship this year. But we'll see what happens. We are going to be down 3 with 1:45 left on the clock. So let's come in here and let's see if we can come back. I'm not going to actually sit here and obviously play it out because I'm terrible and I don't want to choke this away, even though we're down 3 at the moment. So Sacramento is going to inbound the ball. Let's see if they can put us away here. 1:45 left on the clock. We're going to pass it out to De'Aaron Fox. Austin Reeves is going to be guarding him. Look how tall our lineup looks on the floor right now. I absolutely love it. We have Gafford and AD out there together. Interesting. Keegan Murray 3 was left open, and he makes us pay. We're down 6. Big 3 from Keegan Murray. And we might be going home in round 1, which would be really unfortunate, but that might be the way the cookie crumbles here. LeBron's going to take it to the rack. And instead of dunking it, he settles for a mid-range. What are we doing? How on earth are you going to settle on that? Keegan Murray to the basket. Pump faking twice. Does not fool Anthony Davis either time. Okay, we still have a chance. We got to hit some big shots here, though. Kuzma's got the ball. He's going to give it to Austin Reeves. We need to go fast here. We're going way too slow. Reeves is going to pass to LeBron James. LeBron, you got Malik Monk. Who is that? You got Kobe Walter guarding you. How is he? Okay, well, Anthony Davis, thankfully, or that's Gafford with the offensive rebound. That was a big offensive rebound. I don't know what LeBron James is doing. I get your 40 at this point, but bro, I mean, wasn't that who was guarding you in the last possession? You literally let them stop you and you settled for a mid-range instead of just taking it to the rock. Taking it to the rack, I should say, not the rock. But Keegan Murray was almost left open again. Kobe Walter has the ball. Reeves is going to switch onto him. We're leaving Sabonis wide open, and he's going to make us pay. I don't know what we're doing right now, but it is not good at all. So LeBron's going to take the ball here. We need a 3. We definitely need a 3 if we want any chance of winning this game. AD is going to screen for LeBron. LeBron's going to, okay, nice little play. But we're still down 4. And there's only 27 seconds left on the clock. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we might be going home in round 1 to the Kings. It's going to take a miracle to get this one to go. So, here we go. We're probably going to have to foul immediately. And let's see if we do just that. Sacramento is going to go ahead and get fouled. Austin Reeves with his 5th foul. Fox is heading to the free throw line. We absolutely need him to miss some free throws here. And he is going to miss the first one. Okay, we are in business. We are going to need him. If he wants to miss 2 in a row, he does not. Okay, we need a 3. We call a timeout. We need a really quick 3. And I'm just not sure the computer is capable of doing it. Do I jump in and hit it? No. Part of me wants to jump in and try to hit a 3 for this team. But another part of me is just like, let's just let it rock with the computer. So, all right, let's see what they do. I mean, we should probably have our shooters in the game, but it's all good. They're going to give the ball to someone, right? Okay, Anthony Davis, mid-range. That is okay, LeBron gets offensive board, and he puts it back up. An and 1 there would have been awesome, but unfortunately, we do not get it. But hey, offensive rebounds have been big. It's like the way we foul Kevin Huerter, who probably is going to make us pay for that. So let's see what happens. Does he miss one? Fox, helped us out. Do you miss one? He does not. He makes the first one. And he's probably going to make the second one. We have no timeouts left. He's going to miss the second one. Okay, we're in business. We got to hit a 3 here, though. Dejounte Murray is going to take it to the rack. And 1. Foul? No, he misses it. And that's all she wrote. Man. We made it interesting at the end, but we're going to fall short. So, Dejounte Murray in LA does not lead to a championship. It leads to a Western Conference Finals appearance, but the Thunder had our number. and that's going to be all she wrote. Unless a miracle happens, but at this point, don't see that. Kuzma 3, and it's out. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a fun one regardless. Dejounte Murray and the Lakers, it sounds like it's definitely a real possibility. You know, obviously the Lakers probably going to be active at the deadline or, you know, here soon or whatever. So look out for LaVine trades. Look out for Murray trades. Although I think it's going to be interesting. I think if LaVine doesn't cost too much, I can see the Lakers getting him. I don't know if he's going to cost that much on the market anyway. But let's see if we can get one last final shot to go in. Murray's going to shoot like a almost half-court shot. And we are going to lose. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a fun one nonetheless. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.